From the Beatles' Ed Sullivan performance to the Apollo moon landing, whether you hail from the 60s or not, the 60s had some unforgettable moments. For those not fortunate enough to have lived through the 60s, keep watching till the end to find out which meal moms made for their kids that shocked the whole world. The #1 iconic moment on our list is Martin Luther King Jr.'s "I Have a Dream" speech, delivered on August 28, 1963. It was delivered during the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. This pivotal speech took place at the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. Over 250,000 people gathered to advocate for civil and economic rights for African Americans. In his address, Martin Luther King Jr. spoke about his vision for racial harmony and equality. He emphasized the unfulfilled promises of freedom and equality for Black Americans, calling for an end to racial segregation and discrimination. His iconic phrase, "I have a dream," became the heart of his speech, capturing the aspirations of a generation. His speech became a defining moment of the civil rights movement. It left an indelible mark on American history and the collective memory of those who experienced its impact firsthand in the 1960s. At number 2, we have the beloved adventure movie Swiss Family Robinson. Originally a novel by Johann David Wyss in 1812, it gained immense popularity after multiple adaptations, particularly the Disney film released in 1960. This live-action movie captured the hearts of audiences, particularly children and families. Set in the early 19th century, the story follows the Robinson family, father, mother, and their 3 sons, stranded on a deserted island after a shipwreck. They demonstrate resilience and teamwork by using the island's resources to survive and build a new life. The film's release coincided with a time when family-oriented entertainment was highly cherished. The film broke several box office records and became the highest-grossing film in 1960. The Beatles' appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show on February 9, 1964 marked a defining moment in music history. If you don't already know, the Beatles were a legendary British rock band that reshaped the music industry and captured the hearts of millions worldwide. The 4 members of the band, John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr, had unparalleled charm and musical prowess. Their appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show was their first live performance on American television, and an estimated 73 million viewers tuned in. It is one of the most watched television events of all time. The Beatles' energy and electrifying performance captivated the audience. They performed a set that included "All My Loving," "Till There Was You," "She Loves You," "I Saw Her Standing There," and "I Want to Hold Your Hand." Their appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show marked the beginning of Beatlemania in the United States. For every 60s kid, the Beatles is not just a band but a cultural icon. In the summer of 1969, television screens became portals to history as millions of eager eyes glued themselves to witness a momentous event, the Apollo moon landing. For every 60s kid, it was a moment of shared wonder and awe. Families gathered around television sets to Neil Armstrong's famous words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." Television networks provided extensive coverage, allowing viewers to witness history unfold in real time. It was like watching a science fiction come to life. In the swinging 1960s, the miniskirt revolutionized fashion and became a symbol of liberation. Though the idea of shorter skirts existed before, designer Mary Quant brought them into the limelight during the mid-60s. Quant's daring creations at her London boutique, Bazaar, embodied the spirit of liberation and fun that defined the decade. The miniskirt signified a shift towards more playful, youthful clothing, aligning with the changing social attitudes of the time. The simplicity in its making, cut shorter than usual, reflected the desire for freedom and movement in women's clothing. Speaking of iconic 60s fashion, here is another trend that left an indelible mark: the go-go boots. These boots became a fashion statement, symbolizing the energetic and adventurous spirit of the era. The go-go boots were typically knee-high or higher, crafted in shiny vinyl or patent leather with a sleek, mod-inspired design. The term go-go itself originated from the lively music and dance scene of the time, and the boots embodied this dynamic vibe. These boots became a must-have fashion accessory, often paired with miniskirts, shift dresses, or even styled with pantsuits. Iconic figures such as Nancy Sinatra popularized the go-go boots. Sinatra's 1966 hit, "These Boots Are Made for Walkin'," turned go-go boots into a favorite style items for girls everywhere. Remember that orangey sweet drink astronauts sipped in space? That's Tang. In the 60s, Tang became popular as the go-to powdered drink mix. But what made Tang so special? Well, it wasn't just about the taste. It was revealed that astronaut John Glenn had been chugging Tang while making his historic first trip around the globe in 1962. So naturally, everyone wanted a taste of what those space explorers were drinking. Moreover, Tang offered convenience. All you had to do was mix it with water, and voila, you had a fruity drink ready to go. Families loved its ease and the burst of flavor. Advertising played a big role, too. Tang commercials showed kids and adults enjoying Tang's refreshing tanginess, making it look cool and futuristic. Have you seen those groovy bikes with high handlebars and banana seats? Those were the banana bikes, a sensation in the 1960s. These bikes were the epitome of cool and had kids racing to get their hands on one. What made banana bikes stand out were their funky designs. They had long seats shaped like bananas, making riding comfortable and stylish. Their high-rise handlebars added a rad touch, and many had a sissy bar in the back, giving them a chopper-style look. But the real allure was the wheelie factor. Banana bikes were perfect for popping wheelies, making kids feel like daredevil riders. The design and balance made lifting the front wheel off the ground easy, adding an extra thrill to cruising around the neighborhood. Popular models like the Schwinn Stingray zoomed into popularity. We have the trend that rocked the era: tie-dye. This swirling, kaleidoscopic explosion of colors became synonymous with the free-spirited times of the 1960s. Tie-dye was enthusiastically embraced by the hippie culture. It represented peace, love, and a rejection of mainstream norms. Tie-dye also made DIY famous. People twist, fold, and bind fabric, then apply bright dyes to create intricate, multi-hued patterns. Each tie-dye creation was unique, bringing colorful expressions to life. The trend spread like wildfire, adorning clothing, accessories, and even home decor. Celebrities and musicians flaunted tie-dye, cementing its status as a cultural phenomenon. From Jimi Hendrix's iconic tie-dye shirts to the Beatles sporting psychedelic swirls, it became the fashion statement of the era. Though the tie-dye craze gradually faded, 60s kids will forever remember it. In the early 1960s, color TV sets began to emerge, replacing the traditional black and white screens, and it was like a whole new world unfolding before people's eyes. It all started with experiments and developments by various inventors and engineers. Radio Corporation of America played a significant role in advancing color television technology. In 1954, they introduced the NTSC color standard, setting the stage for color broadcasts. The breakthrough came when CBS broadcasted the first color television program in 1951, but it was in the mid-1960s that color TV sets became more widely available and affordable for households. When color television sets hit the market, they captivated audiences with their vibrant and lifelike imagery. Color TV quickly became a staple in homes, marking a significant shift in how people consumed entertainment. At number 11, we have a dish that might not have been a favorite among kids, but certainly made its mark. We are talking about the Jell-O salad. This wobbly and colorful dish was quite popular in the 1960s. It blended gelatin with various fruits, vegetables, or even meats. They were colorful and jiggly treats, often served at family gatherings or potlucks. Housewives embraced Jell-O salads for their versatility and cost-effectiveness. While not every child might have been fond of it, these jiggly salads added a playful touch to the dinner table. They became a symbol of creative homemaking during that time. The twist was a dance move that overtook the world in the early 1960s. Chubby Checker popularized this dance craze with his song The Twist in 1960. But the dance itself wasn't new. It originated in African-American dance styles. The twist involved swiveling the hips while standing in place, making it easy for anyone to do. Its simplicity made it wildly popular among people of all ages. The dance craze gained momentum after Checker performed it on the American Bandstand TV show hosted by Dick Clark. Checker's song soared to the top of the charts, and everyone wanted to join the fun. The twist became a sensation, and soon, dance floors across the nation were filled with people doing the iconic move. For our last spotlight, let's talk about G.I. Joe. These action figures were first introduced in 1964 by Hasbro and became famous as America's movable fighting man. They stood around 12 inches tall and were known for their ruggedness and versatility. Originally marketed as action figures for boys, G.I. Joe represented different military branches, including soldiers from the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines. Each figure came with accessories like uniforms, weapons, and equipment, allowing kids to create different scenarios and adventures. It is safe to say that G.I. Joe was part of every boy's Christmas wish list for a good number of years. That's all for today. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, like and subscribe to the channel. As always, thank you for watching.